We're going to continue working with the diamonds dataset, and we're going to start with wrangling our data. And this is just to get rid of some unwanted variables and then fix up some of that data. So how to go about doing this is to first make a subset of diamonds and store it into an object we're going to name. It diamonds E. Oh, and then we're going to make a header, and we're going to make this scatter plots. So the object that will hold the subset is called diamonds E, and into that we'll filter the data set diamonds. And we only want diamonds colored E with a price less than $10,000. So separate by commas, and then we only want diamonds with the color E. Separate one more time, and a price greater than $10,000. Okay. Control Enter or Command Return for Mac users, and then we're going to view our new subset by using the view command, and then passing diamonds E into it. Okay, looks good. All the colors is just E, and then the price seems to be above $10,000. We'll then create one more subset called diamonds F to group and summarize the data. So diamonds F is going to contain diamonds E, and then we're going to pipe it in. Oh, the pipe command is the straight bar, which you use shift and then hit that key, and I believe that key is above your enter or return key. At least that's where it is for me. And then the greater than symbol. So that's the pipe command, and that basically means take whatever you get from here, the output, and then feed it into the next function. And then usually sometimes you see it as like a chain, so there'll be like several pipes inside one command, and then it'll just like feed the output into each other. And then we want to categorize and group the diamonds by carat size and color, so we're going to use the group by function, and then we're going to pass along carat and color. Carat and cut. And then we're going to again pipe this information down to the next function, and then the next function is going to be the summary function, where we want to find the average prices of these diamonds, and we get that using the mean function and then passing price through it. So we're going to use summarize, and then average price is going to be our object name. Our variable name. And then we get that using the mean function and passing along price. Okay. And now that we have all this, we can finally plot the data using ggplot. So we're going to call in ggplot, and then we're going to say that the data set is going to be our subset diamonds F. And then for aesthetics, this is AES is short for aesthetics. We're going to set X equal to our carat column. Separate it with commas. I'm going to break the line to make it cleaner. Our Y is going to be the average price we just calculated. Sorry, I have long nails right now. I just cannot type. And then color we'll specify as the cut. So it's just going to fill in the dots with cut as the colors. We're going to add a plus sign, and then to specify that this is scatter plot, we're going to call in geom point, and then we're going to run everything. If you run the command you'll see a pretty scatter plot appear on the side of the screen, and then it's already categorized and filtered with just the data we want to see. For this new analysis, we'll need to create another subset of the original diamonds dataset, because it's important to note that not every analysis can be properly represented by each type of chart, and part of your job as analysis is to figure out which chart accurately represents your data and analysis. So here we're going to make the new object diamonds G, and we're going to put into it the original diamonds dataset. Oh, and this new section is going to be called bar charts. Okay. And then we're going to pipe into it a group by function. And then we're going to pass along to it color, cut, and clarity. And then we're going to pass this newly formatted data into the summarize function, which is also going to include its calculated average prices. Here we can create a stacked bar chart of the data. It will be in the same format as last time, except this time instead of geom point, we're going to be using a geom column. So it's going to be ggplot. We're going to call on it. We're going to use the subset diamonds G. And then for aesthetics, we're going to do X is the cut. X is the cut. Y is the average price. And then color is just going to be the color of the diamond. Then we're going to use the plus sign. And then we're going to, instead of calling geom point, we're going to call on geom column. Oh, here it is. Cool. So here you see on the x-axis it's cut, and then on the y-axis it's the average price, and then it's colored by the color of diamond it is. And here's the legend. For this next example, we're going to have to observe a smaller subset of data, since the whole data set doesn't look very good on a histogram, which is what we're going to be doing next. But for this one, we're going to create the object diamonds I. And we're going to filter the original diamonds dataset. To diamonds with a price between $2,500 and $7,500. Let's do $7,500 first. And then price is greater than $2,500. Okay, cool. Control Enter. And then we're going to graph it the same way as before, except this time we'll call on geom histogram. ggplot. And then call diamonds I. Our aesthetics is going to be X for price. And then this time we don't need to specify a Y, we just need to specify the fill of the histogram, which the fill is going to be cut for us. So the cut of the diamond will be determining the fill of the histogram. Then add the plus sign, and then we're going to call them geom histogram. Oh, we also need to specify the legend as well. So next line, we're going to do theme, and then for the legend's position, we're gonna specify it as bottom. Okay, cool. When we go to plot it, you can almost see the frequency of each cut relative to the price and to its quantity. But this observation might be better as a density plot, and I'll just show you what I mean. So I'm gonna copy and paste all of this just to save some time. But should switch out geom histogram for geom density. And then we're going to specify an alpha of 0.5. So the colors will be more transparent for us to see each shape more clearly. Oh, and let's name this. Yeah, let's name this density plots. Okay. Cool. Now compared to the histogram with the same data, you can see that the density plot looks a lot more clear and more informative since it follows the shape of the data a little bit better. Okay, that's all I have for you guys. Go ahead and take a screenshot of this density plot you just made. But before we go, we're gonna have to prepare the environment for a new session for when you open up R next time. Generally, at the end of every session, it's good practice to clean up the memory in your environment. And that's just any previously used packages, datasets, objects, things like that. They don't interfere with the new work that you do when you go back to R. So how to do that is first type in rm and then list. Rm is short for remove, and that's the remove function. And then inside it, we're going to pass along list and ls and then empty parentheses. Okay, go ahead and run it. And I use the remove function to clear all the listed objects saved in R's active memory. And as you can see here, it cleared everything in the environments pane. Then hitting Control L or Command Option L for Mac users, that'll clear up the console for us. So now it's blank and empty. And I'm not going to save this. So if I exit it out, it should not save. And it should clear up for the next time. And then lastly, we're going to restart R to clear and reset everything in the environment for just a clean slate for the next time you analyze a new data set. So you go up to session and then you click restart R, and then you should get a confirmation in the console that the command ran properly and that it's restarting R. Alright, you can now close out RStudio and be sure to submit any deliverables by the due date. Alright, take care. Bye.